I do, and welcome to Paul and Lynn's Isle of Man Tour 2015, Part 13. So we just left Tynwald 1. Now, Tynwald 1, when you see that, that means our apartment in Port Erin on Church Road. So, we just left now. We're just calling it the petrol garage to check the pressures, tyre pressures, and I was a little bit concerned as time went by with the tyre pressure gauge here. You know, because everyone and sundry uses it. If to put 20 pence coins in, so you know it's costing you money, and if it's not the right damn pressure. I was thinking about taking along. We have a portable compressor, and I suppose thinking about it, we could have sort of managed it. It's only small, and that way I could have been assured that my tyre pressures were right, because anybody who rides a big bike like the FJR, you know, front tyre pressures are 36 and the back is 42 psi. Well, if there are a couple of psi's out either way, it can make all the difference to either an enjoyable ride or a crap one. And there's nothing worse than setting out and you know you feel that it's your riding. I'm sure people watching this who ride can relate to that. It can make or break your day. As you know, it's so critical. It's not like a car. A motorcycle tyre is completely different to a car tyre, and it handles completely different. Right, so we're coming away from Port Erin. Now, somebody said to us whilst we were on holiday, because obviously in the last 30 years housing has you know developed, you know, like all these, I think all these on our left are new estates, and because of that, Port Erin and Port St Mary are almost joined together. There used to be a distinct, you know, separation between the two in the 70s, and but now I think, you know, we're in Port St Mary now. There's a sign there, and literally just down the road from Port Erin, you're in Port St Mary. So the boundaries have changed because obviously the population is growing, although not massively. I can't remember the population of the island. We did hear. You could look it up. I could look it up, but I'm not going to do. I'll leave that to you. So what we're doing now, as you'll see on screen, you know, shortly, we're actually having a look around Port St Mary on our way on our Ramsey Circular tour. Now this is basically the title of this series of videos, parts 13 onwards. I'm going to call it, this is Wednesday the 29th of July, so I'm going to call it the Ramsey Circular, and you'll see why when you watch the rest of the videos, because we arrive back in Ramsey at in a different direction, but and then head back. So some lovely scenery, some TT routes. We touched the mountain course, so that's something to look forward to. So I thought, well, I will have a ride around Port St Mary, and I'm really, I keep saying, you know, but I'm really impressed with the cleanliness of it all. I mean, it was always clean, because for those who are not aware, the Isle of Man, until I think the early 1980s, they had what's known as the birch. Now the birch was a punishment, some kind of implement and there's a photograph of it here, and as you can see, the man there giving the punishment was done on the bare backside. So the point is, before Europe stepped in and said, "Oh, it's, you know, you can't do that; it's against human rights," there were hardly any crime. It was a definite what do you call it? Deterrent, a definite deterrent. And there were no graffiti, there were no litter. You know, crime was kept under wraps. Now, compared with Northern England, anyway, around where I live, where people have no respect at all, as anybody who's seen my Facebook page, Grot Spots of Blackburn, will have seen. You know, it's still clean and tidy, and we were both blown away by how pretty everything's looking. They've really spruced the hotels up, the houses. You know, it's looking really well. The only thing that let it down, to make us feel a little bit at home, some of the roads, for instance the A27 and another road which I've alluded to previously, could do with some maintenance, some real maintenance. However, during our holiday, the road to the Ferry Bridge, which is where this particular part of the video is heading, and you'll see some Capcom video there at the bridge. You have to say good morning when you're passing over the bridge. If it's morning, you say good morning, fairies, and well, whatever time of day it is, but you have to always speak to them as you're driving past. And as I said, whilst we were on holiday, the workmen set about resurfacing, and I mean proper resurfacing. They took the whole surface off and did a complete resurface with brand new tarmac. So that was nice to see. We certainly don't see that. What we have over here, they've just been doing some around Blackburn, and what they do, instead of, I suppose it's the best of two evils, they usually just spread a load of loose gravel on tar. So for a long while, for a few weeks, you've got loose chippings. Well, riding a motorcycle, especially out of town on rural roads, if you come across loose chippings, it's not ideal for two wheels. It's a disgraceful way of repairing, inverted commas, the roads, because the problem is you get chippings flying up all over the place, and that they scratch your vehicle, whether it be a motorcycle or a car, and you know, it's just a cheap, nasty way. Now, what they've started doing now around Blackburn is actually sort of like spraying this. Must be like a new technique, spraying this tar, and it must have gravel in it. You know, it must have some kind of aggregate in it, and it is sprayed on. So when they've done it, the whole road is just one mass black. And then they come along a few weeks later and line it, if you're lucky. So I suppose it's better than the loose chippings, but again, any potholes, any sort of unevenness of the road remain. They just get covered over until they start reappearing again, and you're back to square one. So it's not a permanent fix, it's just a cheap, nasty way of just satisfying, or you know, the driving public who pay an absolute premium for these roads. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm getting away from where we are. So we're coming out of Port St Mary now, and we'll be picking up the A5, I think it is, towards Castletown, and then, as I say, we'll be heading off to the ferry bridge, and we'll say good morning to them and take some photographs. Right, well, let's have some music, and I'll be back on part 14. And once again, as always, thanks for watching. Please share, like and subscribe, and if you like scenery, keep watching. There's lots more video to come of this holiday. I'm really looking forward to, because it's like, as I'm editing it, it's like you're living the holiday again. It's that good, and it's marvellous being able to share this, because 30 years ago there were no such thing as this. You just to rely on photographs, and they weren't brilliant. So, see you next time. Bye for now. Good morning, fairies. Have a good day. See you next time. Right, here we are at the fairy bridge. And are we going across there?
Yeah.
If we can get across. You ready?
Go for it.
Right. There. Now then. Morning, fairies. Let's take a picture of the. Hang on. Ah, stand there, love. That's it. Let's take you at the bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
What you doing? Keep in. Have you got your earplugs in?
Yeah.
Oh, bus is here. Shit. They've what? Oh yeah. Yeah, they are.
Got that one.
Yeah, I thought they were gnomes.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, they are. It's like a shrine now, isn't it? It's like a shrine.
Do what?
Like a shrine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, well. Okay.